Hello everybody and welcome to our Community of Homes virtual programme. In these sessions we're going to be exploring creative well-being. We're going to begin each session with a meditation to help us relax our minds and our bodies and focus on being creative. We will also explore identity, our likes, our dislikes, and the similarities and differences we have from each other, which help make us the unique individuals who we are. Each week we will be guided by Sinead to create artworks using a range of different art materials. I would ask you to keep your original artworks safe, take photos of them and email them or WhatsApp them to me on the numbers and the email address that you have. By the end of this project we will create a book together, a book of our collective artworks, which will be a reflective tool for us to look back on our learning and the experiences we have had in this project, and it will also be a tool for our friends and our peers so that they can be introduced to the concepts of creative well-being as well. Thank you everybody and enjoy this session.
Please sit into your chair and relax. Let your hands hang by your sides. Open or close your eyes as you wish. Feel the chair supporting you, supporting your back and supporting your legs. Breathe in slowly, counting to 4. And out again slowly. Allow your fingers to stretch and let your shoulders drop. Let your elbows relax. And breathe in slowly, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Drop your chin a little towards your chest. Feel the muscles on your back and on the back of your neck working. Let your chin move and your head look across to your shoulder. And then to the other shoulder. And back to the center. And now we begin. Think about how you experience nature. What does nature mean to you? Think about your favorite park, garden, or your favorite walk. We experience nature through our senses. The sound of birdsong, the smell of fresh rain, the taste of salt sea air, the feel of fresh snow underfoot. Each small experience connecting you to the natural world. Imagine a garden with flowers and leaves of all colours. Perhaps there is a little stream with a bridge and a seat to rest on. Sit for a moment and consider how perfect and unique each plant and tree is. As they nurture and care for themselves through the seasons, resting and sleeping in winter, using their energy to grow in summer. How they naturally grow up to the sun and down towards soil and water, and out to gather more light and expand. Breathing in deeply, allow your senses to expand as you breathe out and relax further into your chair. Imagine a nurturing bubble of energy around you, good, positive energy that feeds, protects, and supports you in every way. Consider how you instinctively know what you need to reach your full potential and how you can support yourself and look after yourself. This energy is giving you everything you need to grow physically and creatively, the energy to be more confident and open to new ideas. This bubble supports you as the natural world supports you by providing oxygen, water, and sunlight. Being outside is important for our physical and mental health. You are a perfect part of this natural world. Notice the rhythm of your breath, the beat of your heart, and rest. Everything is well. Everything is as it should be. Now, bring your thoughts back to the gentle sounds in the room around you. Wiggle your fingers and blink your eyes. You are now ready to get creative and enjoy making your artwork. So we've been outside this week taking our photographs in gardens and on the street and wherever you go for a walk. I took a few photographs from a walk on the beach, which is about 5 kilometres away from me, and I enlarged the last photograph there as you could see. So for our warm-up, for our drawing warm-up, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with the photographs in a moment, but for our drawing warm-up we're going to try a blind drawing style. So I've just examined a little cup there, and now I'm closing my eyes and I am not looking at all at my page, and I am drawing the shape of the cup. And I'd like you to try this yourselves. You can find a cup of your own or draw an imaginary cup, but try not to take your pencil off the page. I'm just highlighting here in a darker pen so you can see it. And there are actually some really lovely flowing lines that can come out of this technique of drawing. So this is pure blind drawing with your eyes closed. And here we go again with the shape of the cup. I obviously think it's narrower than it actually is. But from your photographs now, you can glance through and choose one that you really like. If you zoom in, sometimes zooming in to the small things in nature around us can make us pause and really appreciate what's around us. And we don't have to go very far to find some beautiful and very inspiring objects in nature that we can draw. So I kind of like this part of the seaweed. There's a shell. Just looking at the shape of it, following the contours or the lines of the shell with my eyes, imagining what it would be like just to draw that, the movement of the object, the movement of the shell, the movement of the seaweed. And now I'm actually going to close my eyes again and sort of draw the vague shape that I imagine that shell to be in my own imagination. So after looking at it in real life, closing my eyes, and I've come up with this shell-like shape. And then we can get some watercolors, or you have acrylics, and the idea is to water the acrylics down and dilute the paint quite nicely. And I put a wash all over my page there. And when the paper is wet and you apply the paint to the paper, you can often get a bleeding between the colours, and you can see there that the cadmium yellow and the cadmium red join together to make a lovely orange. And then orange and blue are complementary colours, so I've used the blue around the outside, and red and green are complementary colours, so I've used the green below, but I don't really like that sharp line there. I'm going to soften that, and just in case you were confused, write that it's a shell. Okay, so here we have another type of drawing for your main piece of artwork for today's activity. As you can see, I'm following the line of the edge of the seaweed with my eye, and what you do is you trace the edge of your drawing or of your object with your eye, and then you look continuously at the object or the photograph and not at your paper at all. This is called excuse me, this is called blind contour drawing. And I've also, as if you notice there, I swapped over to my left hand to activate the other side of my brain. So there are many different drawing techniques, and as you notice there now, I'm using the pencil right at the end. I'm holding it right at the edge to stop myself having the control, too much control over everything. It makes the pressure you put on the pencil lighter, and you can get a really nice technique by using some of the shading ideas that we talked about at the very beginning, you know, the hatching and the cross hatching, or the stippling, just putting dots. And now I'm going to actually put on some darker shades of paint for the shadowy areas of the photograph, and then I'm going to brighten it up with some nice lighter shades. So also think about the contrast in your photograph. Where are the areas of deepest shadow, and where are the areas that the light hits?
Being outdoors in nature can be healing and beneficial for the body and mind. Whether you're in your garden or at the park, it is really important to spend time in nature, as it can help you in so many ways. Being outdoors boosts your energy. Sometimes our minds and bodies can be tired after a long day of work, and going outside can help revitalize us. One study suggests that spending 20 minutes in the open air gives your brain an energy boost comparable to 1 cup of coffee. Next time you feel your energy levels dropping, think about going outside instead of making a coffee or having an energy drink. Going outside is a great way of keeping active. Going on a walk, run, or cycle outside is a great way of keeping active. No 2 days out will be the same, as nature is constantly changing around us. Our bodies need oxygen to stay alive, and we get a lot of this from trees, and this is why exercising in nature can leave us feeling awake and refreshed. Being outdoors is a really good stress buster. Spending time walking among or simply looking at trees lowers blood pressure and reduces the stress-related hormones cortisol and adrenaline. Spending time in nature can improve our mood. Researchers have found that nature simply makes us happy. Anxiety, depression, and anger are notably decreased after spending time outdoors. Taking the time away from home or school, where things can be overwhelming, allows us to manage our emotions and just breathe. It's also good for our focus. Studies show that both adults and children who have difficulties focusing or controlling impulses are better able to concentrate after being in nature. The natural world allows our brains to take a break from all that mentally drains us and even reduces symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Being outside is good for our immune system. Scientists think that breathing in phytoncides, airborne chemicals produced by plants, increases our levels of white blood cells, helping us fight off infections and diseases. Researchers have also found that patients who spent time outdoors during their recovery from illness or surgery required fewer painkillers, had fewer complications, and experienced shorter hospital stays. Being outside can awaken our senses. The senses wake up when we are around trees, flowers, and water in parks or near our homes. We can see, hear, smell, and touch lots of new and exciting things outside. According to science, you really should stop and smell the flowers. Research shows that natural scents like roses, freshly cut grass, and pine make you feel calmer and more relaxed. Right now, our lives are restricted to where we can go and who we can see. School and life in general has moved online, and we can find ourselves using technology and being stuck inside for way longer than we used to. It has never been more important to take a break and go outside, even for a little while. We encourage you to make getting outside a regular part of your day. Give yourself that break away from phones and computers and just take the time to soak in the natural beauty around you and the fresh, or maybe not so fresh, smells.